Renfro's Collision, the only body shop with 2 Madison County locations, is here to serve you. At Renfro's Collision, you can look forward to the best possible repair experience. We have the latest tools, training, equipment, and technology. We have what others don't have. Why take the risk with someone else? Contact us at 369-4111 for a completely free estimate. It's your car, it's your choice. Don't let an insurance company tell you otherwise. Renfro's Paint and Collision. Thanks to our great sponsors. First Gear in downtown Richmond. Pro Signs in Southern Hills Plaza. L81. Faith Created Assembly of God Church. Sickline Age Guitar Parts, now at Davenport Custom Guitars, right here in Richmond at 807 East Main Street. Check them out now. Go where the professionals go. "24 hours, 7 days a week, 24/7, MadisonCountySchoolSports.com. Thanks to our great sponsors: State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble in Richmond, Luxury Pet Service in Richmond, Renfro's Paint and Collision in Richmond and Berea, Eastside Community Church, Richmond, Premier Home Care and Premier Rehab, Guardian Bank, Hopper's Jewelry, Richmond, Davenport Custom Guitars, Richmond, WKYT.com, Berea Online, Richmond Tourism, and the Richmond Chamber of Commerce. Davenport Custom Guitars. Get them to build you a great custom Telecaster or Stratocaster. Davenport Custom Guitars at 807 East Main Street, right here in Richmond. Go where the professionals go. Davenport Custom Guitars. Hey everybody, be a friend of Madison County School Sports Television on Facebook. MCS TV on Facebook. Log on and like us now. You're watching Your School Sports on Madison County School Sports Television. You're watching Your School Sports on Madison County School Sports Television.
6-5, long three by Demas, no good, rebound by O'Brien. And there it is, the 11th region, Madison Central.
The Lady Indians for the second time in 3 seasons.
Heading to Bowling Green, baby. Nice job. All right. Great job, Madison Central. What about that, Don? Boys and girls going to the state tournament out of Madison Central.
First time in school history.
That's exactly right.
Welcome back to Your School Sports on Madison County School Sports Television. I'm joined now by three of the Lady Indians. I've got Laren Brooks, Ashton Feldhaus, and Heather Hinkle. Seniors from this Madison Central State Tournament Madison Central team. And so welcome, ladies, to the show.
Thank you. Thank you.
Glad to have you with us. I want to first congratulate you on getting to the Sweet 16, to the state tournament, and for you guys, the second trip that you've made, and you've made the only 2 trips. So talk to me a little bit about how that felt to be able to win that region. You won it as sophomores, then as juniors get upset, really, come back and win it as seniors. How did that feel to redeem yourself with that win as a senior?
Oh, it felt great. I mean, the first time we ever went was when we made history. And then, I mean, we didn't get to do it the next time, like in a row the next year, so we ended up doing it this year. And it's just been amazing to do that in like your 4 senior years. Like, that's just awesome.
Absolutely. Tell me about the last year. Obviously, last year was a disappointment. What did that do to fuel you guys' motivation for this year, Ashton?
He kind of talked about that all year long because you don't forget that feeling. You know, we went as sophomores and we made history, and that was an awesome experience. And kind of for our class, we'd never really seen the boys go either. They hadn't been yet, so we were the first ones, and it was kind of, I don't know, it was just an awesome experience. And the next year coming, we were picked to win it, and we didn't, and we got upset, and he just kind of told us the whole year, you know, don't forget how that felt. You know, you remember what it feels like to play at Diddle. You know, we want to feel that again. So that's kind of what we worked towards all year long, is knowing that Dunbar upset us and knowing that that was the team we were going to have to get through to go back to Diddle. So he talked to us all year long, and finally when we got to region, we got the win over Dunbar, which is what we wanted.
That's good stuff, yeah. I know a couple of weeks before that game you played Dunbar here. How did that game, Heather, play into your all's preparation for the regional tournament?
It kind of showed us like what we needed to do. Obviously, we wasn't prepared enough, so we knew some of their plays, and we were more motivated to beat them since they beat us on senior night and last year's game.
Yeah, absolutely. Exciting return trip. Of course, you beat Lafayette in the finals, and I know they've got I can't remember her name now, but a really tall Thomas. Is that her last name?
Yeah.
She looks good. You guys did a good job of taking care of her, and you get back to Diddle. Talk about how it felt as a school. Both teams going to state tournament. Obviously, that had never happened before. Talk about that a little bit. What was the atmosphere like around here?
I mean, it was awesome. I mean, we've never had that happen before, and just to make history again, like that was even bigger than us actually winning region for the first time. So for us both to do it, that was just a big accomplishment for both teams.
Tell me, your class is a close group.
Yeah.
So how important was that, and how did that play into the whole
before
couple of weeks?
Well, yeah, before a lot of the games, like even the home games, like before district and before region, a lot of us, we all were at the house. Like Dad would bring some of the boys home. I know Laren and I and Sade, we'd all be there together. And you know, they did it first. Their region finals was first, and they would talk about it like all week long. They were talking about, they're like, we're gonna win this, and so they won first. So that next week they came to ours, and they were like, you guys have to win. This is what we've been talking about all year long, because all year we really did. We all ate lunch before our games together, and then we'd always talk. That's what we talked about every time, was just winning region. And then when we both did that, I don't know how many actual classes we had the next 2 weeks after that, because it was already crazy after the boys had won. And then once we won, it was just an awesome experience, I think, for everybody in the whole school, not just the teams.
What was favorite memory? What was favorite part of that whole experience, Heather?
My favorite part would be like the last second shot, probably, because like I don't think I've ever gotten so hyped at a game.
Yeah, absolutely. Did you guys did the tours around to the elementary schools, and how was that? How was that experience?
Well, it was fun. It was the second time around we did it, and the kids get so hyped for it, and it's really amazing how the kids get into it.
Yeah. Tell me about basketball, tournament time, and the Feldhaus household.
That whole week was still a blur. Like, it's still a blur. I didn't really see Mom and Dad that much the week they played, because we would wake up, because their state tournament came first, so we would wake up, we would have early morning practice, and by the time I got home, the cheerleaders and basketball players would have already left to go to Up Arena. So I was kind of on my own the whole week, so the only time I really saw them was at nighttime. but it kind of slowed down. Well, we thought it would slow down after they won, but then everybody, like the whole town was crazy after we won. But it was pretty exciting, and then when we went to Diddle, things have finally started to slow down now. But it was an exciting week, and I was super happy for my dad, and the cheerleaders had a blast doing it. So mom's girls are always fun. No, it's like one big family. Like the boys and mom's cheerleaders and even the girls team, we're all super close. So it was just a fun experience for everybody.
So you can give us the inside scoop. Was your dad, was he on pins and needles, or was he pretty calm?
No, he's usually pretty calm. He usually doesn't say that much. There was one night, I think it might have been before the Henry Clay game. I know he didn't sleep that much. I heard him up. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I asked him next morning. I said, "Dad, when'd you go to bed?" He was like, "Well, I didn't really sleep last night." And I was like, "Oh, okay." Which he doesn't usually do that, but I think that was really the only game.
Good stuff. Now you guys still got a couple of you still doing basketball, right? You still got things going on the next little bit. Tell me about the All-Star tryouts, I assume, coming up.
Yeah, we have that Sunday in the morning. That's Kentucky, Indiana All-Stars. Then we also are going to play in the Kentucky-Ohio All-Star game.
Okay. And those will be taking place, I assume, when is that, in June? Is that right?
Yeah. I know the Kentucky-Indiana one's in June.
One, yes.
That one's in June.
Good deal. Well, good luck to you guys in that. I know the season didn't end exactly how you wanted. You wanted to, I'm sure, advance all the way and win the state championship yourselves, but you still made it twice to the state tournament, which is a great accomplishment. And I appreciate you ladies spending a few minutes with us here on Your School Sports on the Madison County School Sports Television.
Renfro's Collision, the only body shop with 2 Madison County locations, is here to serve you. At Renfro's Collision, you can look forward to the best possible repair experience. We have the latest tools, training, equipment, and technology. We have what others don't have. Why take the risk with someone else? Contact us at 369-4111 for a completely free estimate. It's your car, it's your choice. Don't let an insurance company tell you otherwise. Renfro's Paint and Collision. Thanks to our great sponsors. First Gear in downtown Richmond. Pro Signs in Southern Hills Plaza. L81. Faith Created Assembly of God Church. Alcohol kills a career. Alcohol is the leading cause of death among youth. Stay in the game. Premier Rehab specializes in orthopedic physical therapy for pain and injuries from sports, work, and automobile accidents. And they specialize in rehabilitation following orthopedic surgery, including the shoulder, knee, ankle, and spine. And they provide expert personalized care that produces outstanding results. All therapists have a minimum of 10 years experience. Premier Rehab is the only locally owned rehabilitation agency in Richmond. And in 2012, the people of Madison County voted Premier Rehab as the best outpatient physical therapy clinic in Madison County. So when you need physical therapy, it's always your choice where you go for therapy. Choose a local company, staffed with hometown professionals. Choose Premier Rehab, located at 370 Highland Park Drive, Suite 1. Premier Rehab Services. Alcohol is nothing to cheer about. Youth who drink are more likely to experience a higher risk of suicide and homicide. Stay in the game.
Tell us about this big championship.
It's what you work for. It's the equivalent of the boys' Sweet 16. It's everything you want. You can't ask for anything better than this. It's the highlight of every schoolgirl's career, and to win it 2 out of 3 years makes it even more special.
You got a lot of seniors this year. Special.
It is. It's always special. It's special for the kids that have worked so hard this year with you. It's real special.
Well, and it's stressful on the family, too. I know, Coach, your wife, Heather, and the girls, they're up there cheering harder than anybody tonight.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's our whole life right now. When we're in season, it's our whole life. So, it's without my parents and Heather's parents and and Heather doing everything that they do, it's impossible.
Well, we're so happy for you, Coach. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
Welcome to Your School Sports on the Madison County School Sports Television. I'm Jerry Goebel. I'm joined today by Coach Robbie Cooksey of the Madison Central Lady Indians. Coach Cooksey, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Glad to have you with us, and looking forward to talking to you about another successful season. And so let's jump right in and talk about, of course, this team made history 2 years ago with the first ever trip to the Sweet 16 or the Girls State Tournament. And then last year had a hiccup. Tell me, how did that motivate, and how did you guys use that to try to motivate and focus this team?
Oh yeah, we it was, we were picked to win last year, and that's not been really a situation in the past that we've been in. Mm-hmm. We had a great year last year. We were 28-5, and we made it all the way to the championship game of the region, and Dunbar had a really nice team and exposed some weaknesses in the championship game, and they were able to be the 11th region representative. But it was something, especially for our seniors, our 3 seniors, it was a huge motivational factor. I mean, when you've been there and you've had a taste of it, and you want to get back, and you've got the team to get back, and you don't make it back, there's tons of motivation. We very, very frequently, you could hear practice stopping here, and myself or one of the coaches talking about what's got to be done to get back. So I mean, it was a huge motivational factor. We used it all year.
Yeah, I remember one of the games in particular. I think it was it may have been that game in the regional tournament this year. There was a timeout in particular that I think you had to really kind of refocus the ladies, and it seemed from that moment on through the rest of the regional tournament, they kept the prize in sight.
Well, it was against Scott County. Scott County had made a really good run, good team, and we come out in the second half, and I think we had a 5-point lead, but they cut it really quick. We called a timeout, and I think it was for all of our assistants. I think all of our assistants were very vocal really before the kids got on the bench.
Yeah.
And then once we got in the huddle, my question to them was, where do you want to take your jersey off the last time? Do you want to take it off here at Eastern, or do you want to take it off at Western?
Yeah.
And it sunk in. The kids, we came back out in the last little bit, and we were able to pull away, get the lead, and get the win. But that was kind of our motto really through the regional tournament is where do you want to take your jersey off the last time? Do you want to take it off here at Eastern, or do you want to take it off at Western? And the kids, they did a great job. I mean, you've got to give them a ton of credit. We basically played 5 kids, and when we subbed, our subs came in and did what we asked them to do, but we relied on 5 kids to go out and win a regional championship, and that's in the 11th region. That's pretty daggone hard to do. I mean, most teams have a lot of depth.
Yeah. You went into that championship game against Lafayette with the better team, I think, but they did have some obvious advantages.
Oh yeah.
And you guys seemed like you had a good game plan to try to shut that down. What was the thought going into that game?
Well, we knew number one that we had to stop Sarah Cooley, who when we played over here really had a good game against us, and Ashton did a really nice job on her. Ashante Thomas, you're talking about a kid that's going to be a U of L Kentucky type prospect here in about 2 years. Sade Bosley did a great job with her. Probably the biggest change we made is we switched Laren to one of their wing players, and took her off the guard, and that was we put her on Givens actually, who was a lot taller than her, but she was a kid who wanted to drive to the basket, and Laren completely took that away. And Givens was, she was the district MVP, so we knew that we had to stop her. We just made a couple of different changes. We stuck with a lot of man-to-man. We mixed in a little bit of zone, but we just made some personnel changes on who guarded who, and it worked out for us.
Yeah, Now you 2 years ago, I went down and watched you guys in the state championship. You played Rockcastle, if I'm not mistaken.
We did.
And you had the young lady who had really good player signed with UConn or
U of L.
U of L. Maybe
Hammonds.
Yeah. And you could have and maybe should have won that game, depending on a bounce here or there.
Yeah.
And had you won that, maybe felt like you could win the whole thing. So I know your
Right.
team going in knows, hey, if we can pull it together, we could got a chance to compete with everybody up there. You get to Diddle, you face a team you'd already played in the year. Tell us a little bit about what happened there. I know the season didn't end the way you'd like it to, but let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, you know, when they came out with the rankings at the end of the year, you know, going to the Sweet 16, they had Notre Dame as the second best team, and you know, they had you know, Marion County as the top seeded team, and it played out that way. We had played Notre Dame earlier in the year. I think what really changed the game from in December until, you know, we played in the state tournament is, you know, their physicality. They were a lot more physical than us in the second game. They got on the boards. They got, you know, they were 8 rebounds to 1 at halftime, and they had scored 8 points off offensive rebounds. So that really hurt us. But you know, our kids were able to mount a comeback. We were able to get them in some full court transition and some full court press type opportunities where we were able to tie the game up. And you know, we give the ball to Laren at the very end, and you know, ask her to hit a shot for us, and she just wasn't able to put it in the hole. So we go to overtime, and you know, we just didn't we didn't hit shots. We did you know, it's one of those things. It's like you say, you hit a shot here, you get a call there, you get a bounce here.
Yeah.
You know, things are a little different, and we felt like we could play on Saturday. We felt like we were one of the top 2 or 3 teams down there.
Yeah.
And you know, I think we had, you know, we didn't get as far obviously as we'd like to, but you know, to take the runner up into overtime, I think we had a really good showing.
Oh, absolutely. And I told Coach Feldhaus on the show with him that you know, only one team doesn't end the season with a loss.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the little bit of the bittersweet of it, but you'd never take away from what these kids did. Talk a little bit about that, the impact this class and this group that are getting ready to graduate and be done, how much they meant to the program at Madison Central.
Well, I mean, you've taken a girls program that I think was, you know, they've had some good years occasionally, but they've not really been a consistent player in the 11th region. You know, we've been to the 11th region finals 6 times in school history. These girls have been there 3.
Yeah.
You know, they've won the only 2 11th region championships. They've been to the 11th region championship 3 years in a row. You know, they've won 108 games in 4 years. You're not going to have a class that comes through here and does that again for quite a while. I mean, you know, you're talking 27, 28 wins 4 years straight. I'm hoping we have a class that does that again.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that, but you know, you're talking 2 Division I players and a young lady who could play college basketball somewhere if she chose, and Heather Hinkle. You know, the footprint on the region, on the school, it's been huge. You know, like I say, you're not going to find a group that's done as much in the past, and it's probably going to be quite a while before you find a group that does that much in the future.
One of the things I think that happens, though, with a success is kids watching this, kids following behind them in their footsteps.
Oh, yeah.
Are driven to work a little harder and do a little more.
Oh, yeah.
To try to replicate what they saw and felt and experienced.
Oh, yeah. I hope. You know, we're you know, our goal here is, you know, we want to win a state championship. We've seen what the boys can do.
Yeah.
You know, will it happen in my time? I don't know. I think there's a good chance, though. I mean, we've got some good young kids coming. I know we've got good middle school kids coming, and one thing I think has been really, really interesting in the 5-6 years that I've been here, if you watch our summer camp, it's gone from 20 kids to 30 kids to, this past summer we had close to 70 kids. I mean, it's girls. It's exploding. The participation level, kids see what these seniors have done, and they see these kids playing in Diddle Arena and Bowling Green, and they see how proud everybody is, of their accomplishments, and there's a ton of girls I think who want to follow their footsteps, and that's going to be, that's a bonus for us.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, congratulations on a great season, and a great run with that group of girls, and I know they mean a lot to you.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll miss them immensely, but they're fond memories of the great things that happen. And thank you guys for watching us on your school sports on the Madison County School Sports Television.
You're watching Your School Sports on Madison County School Sports Television. You're watching Your School Sports on Madison County School Sports Television. Renfro's Collision, the only body shop with 2 Madison County locations, is here to serve you. At Renfro's Collision, you can look forward to the best possible repair experience. We have the latest tools, training, equipment, and technology. We have what others don't have. Why take the risk with someone else? Contact us at 369-4111 for a completely free estimate. It's your car, it's your choice. Don't let an insurance company tell you otherwise. Renfro's Paint and Collision. Thanks to our great sponsors. First Gear in downtown Richmond. Pro Signs in Southern Hills Plaza. L81. Faith Created Assembly of God Church. Alcohol kills a career. Alcohol is the leading cause of death among youth. Stay in the game.
Hey everybody, I'm Jerry Goebel, local State Farm Insurance agent in Richmond, Kentucky, and a proud supporter of Madison County High School sports. Stop in and see us and get your discount double check.
Premier Rehab specializes in orthopedic physical therapy for pain and injuries from sports, work, and automobile accidents. And they specialize in rehabilitation following orthopedic surgery, including the shoulder, knee, ankle, and spine. And they provide expert personalized care that produces outstanding results. All therapists have a minimum of 10 years experience. Premier Rehab is the only locally owned rehabilitation agency in Richmond. And in 2012, the people of Madison County voted Premier Rehab as the best outpatient physical therapy clinic in Madison County. So when you need physical therapy, it's always your choice where you go for therapy. Choose a local company, staffed with hometown professionals. Choose Premier Rehab, located at 370 Highland Park Drive, Suite 1. Premier Rehab Services.
Alcohol is nothing to cheer about. Youth who drink are more likely to experience a higher risk of suicide and homicide. Stay in the game.
Hi, I'm David Sullivan. In the years traveling with ESPN and covering sports around the country, one of my biggest concerns was that my dogs were well cared for. Well, here at Luxury Pets, you can feel very comfortable your animals and pets are being cared for.
Well, thank you, David. You know, Luxury Pet Services is the home for happy dogs.
Luxury Pet Services is located about 3 minutes from Richmond Center. Visit our website or Facebook us. Luxury Pet Services, the home for happy dogs.
Make the most of your trip to the Red River Gorge in Kentucky with scenic cabin rentals, or delight in the mountainside beauty of the Daniel Boone National Forest. Whether you are planning a long vacation or just looking for a few days away from it all, check out sceniccabin.com. Our rental cabins and lodge are located close to the Red River Gorge and Natural Bridge Resort State Park. Family reunions, corporate retreats, weddings, and other large groups are very welcome. Cabins are available for small groups of 2 to 6 or large groups up to 15. All of our cabins are modern with city water, satellite TV, paved roads, full-service kitchens, modern bathrooms and showers, decks, grills, and outdoor fire pits. Many have hot tubs and game rooms or gaming tables like pool or ping pong, foosball, and air hockey. A few have internet. Visit sceniccabin.com online or check us out on our Facebook page. sceniccabin.com. Shouldn't you start planning that relaxing mountain getaway now?
Okay, are you tired of stepping into that shower and risking serious injury? Well, no more. Check out Premier Home Care's walk-in shower systems. Come by Premier Home Care and let them show you how easy it is to install a brand new walk-in shower system. Don't risk injury anymore. Get a walk-in shower system from Premier Home Care.
There's no place like home to heal. Premier Home Care. Premier Home Care.
Thanks to our great sponsors: State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble in Richmond, Luxury Pet Service in Richmond, Renfro's Paint and Collision in Richmond and Berea, Eastside Community Church, Richmond, Premier Home Care and Premier Rehab, Guardian Bank, Hopper's Jewelry, Richmond, Davenport Custom Guitars, Richmond, WKYT.com, Berea Online, Richmond Tourism, and the Richmond Chamber of Commerce.
I want you to watch Madison County School Sports Television.
Sickline Aged Guitar Parts, now at Davenport Custom Guitars right here in Richmond at 807 East Main Street. Check them out now. Go where the professionals go.
Hey everybody, do you know that Richmond, Kentucky Tourism now has an iPhone app? Go to richmondkytourism.com to download yours today.
You know, fans, when we were actually doing a ball game, Randy and I talk a lot of times about how important rebounding, turnovers, and free throw shooting, how important those three things are. And what we thought we'd do today is show you the free throw shooting part is really important. We always say on the air, free throws, you got to make them. Why?
Because they're free.
They're free. So they named them that for a reason. So we're going to do a little free throw shooting competition, best out of 5 between Randy and I, and we'll just show you how easy free throws are to make. So as you can see, Randy,
they are free. What's so hard about free throws? Come on, boys and girls, hit your free throws. You'll win the game.
24 hours, 7 days a week, 24/7, MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.